Next category, Foxhole guy. We were introduced to this concept by Davis Warren. They say, hey, we got this term. Who's the guy you want in the foxhole when the shit hits the fan kind of thing? Things get rough. And, that can be it doesn't always have to be the biggest, meanest, strongest guy, but, somebody that you can depend on, something, and I tell you what, the guest that we have that I think truly embodies that is, well, we have an honorable mention. We're going to go honorable mention first before I get to the winner. Honorable mention is Josh Priebe. Priebe transfer came in, had the whole cut lip episode with us where he describes that cut lip. It's really an interesting picture. People got to go look at it if they haven't seen it already. Great guy, a warrior. He's pursuing his dream now in the NFL. He gave us the year that he had left, and it was awesome. The winner, who is luckily returning, is Max Bredeson. Now, I can't imagine anybody better myself to have this guy. First of all, he's got a great story. Max, I don't know if people listen to the episode, they know this, but Max only played 6 football games in his entire high school career. 6. You can fact check that, but I'm right. And part of it's COVID and how Wisconsin, where he lived, handled that, injuries. And then he walks on as a quarterback. And then they say, sorry, Max, you're not really a quarterback. You're going to be a tight end or an H-back. Then he gets a scholarship. Then he gets named a captain. Mm-hmm. I mean, this is like the greatest story, I think, that you can have, I think, in college football. And this guy, when you listen to his episode, he loves Ann Arbor. It's like I would die for Ann Arbor. This guy is a Michigan man through and through. So he's the Foxhole guy. In addition, I have to give him credit. He's got the hockey player haircut going. So he's really stepped up his hair game since high school. But shout out to Max. Glad he's coming back.
If the Ohio State legislator does pass this law that makes it a felony to plant flags into the turf at Ohio Stadium, Max is still okay because he seems to enjoy planting Ohio State football players into the turf at Ohio Stadium, which, as far as I know, is not on the bill. So I think
there was one. There was one in Alabama in the bowl game. He planted some guy, and the guy then hits him right, and we get a 15. We get a pretty good penalty on Alabama. I believe that was in the bowl. But there's a couple things online where you see him. He's right on top of Sawyer. Planted that guy. Yeah. He planted Caleb Downs in last year's Rose Bowl. And Caleb wanted more.
And I feel for these guys. And all I would say is, if you feel like you've been aggrieved by Max or planted into the field, contact your state legislature. They might try to get something passed. It's all I can do. I think that's your best option. So
glad he's back.
Max, Foxhole guy. I wouldn't mind. It would be interesting to see if he maybe goes back to number 82, throwing it back. I thought that was a good look on him. I think it gave him a little extra zip in his step. So
I like Max as the H back. Just when you're when you're watching the Michigan game,
just different.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I think more of a fullback number with the 44, but anyway.